and welcome along. This is Virtual Farmer, and as expected at the end of my last video, we are down to, well, we've gone into the red. We've got rid of enough of the loan. We just paid 40,000 off, but it has sent us into the red. So we do need to get our money back today, and so with the rice harvest coming, that's what we're going to be concentrating on. I want to get some stuff sold from our factory then, and we're going to do that to start off with. Once we're back, though, into the black, what I'm going to do is set up some contracts going in the background. There's quite a few really good contracts. In fact, we are immediately back into the black. There are some really good contracts today, several that are worth 10,000. If we can get them going in the background, then we're going to be doing really well. There's a pea harvesting contract we'll have to babysit a little bit, but there's only the single pea harvesting contract, so we'll leave that going in the background. There's some cultivating, there's some plowing, there's some baling that we can go and do ourselves. So we want to get things lined up and going. Once I've emptied this, then we've only got 4 pallets in here by the looks of things. Some more preserved beetroot though, and we're already just off to selling 2 items. We're already up to 2,420. We've got some goat's cheese to sell as well, or I think it's either cheese or milk. Something's come out of dairy today, and yeah, we've got one more tin set of something to do. I don't know if we'll get 25,000 liters of peas. Certainly we're always looking for more peas to get harvested and put in here, but we should get at least a few thousand liters, maybe 2,000-3,000 liters of them to do stuff with. So there we go. I think that's everything out of our factory. Immediately up to 6,200 and 6,244. So let's get some contracts started then. And these are the contracts I'm talking about. We've got bale wrapping and baling 2 fields, so those will be good to run. There's a cultivating contract here that's really good to run. There's the bee harvesting contract, and there's this plowing contract over on 43. So I am going to grab the plowing contract. The sooner we get that started, the better. So we'll borrow the items for that. And I'm also going to get the pea harvesting contract started as well. So we will borrow the items for that as well. And so here's our equipment for those 2 contracts. Let's get the quick ones started off. So the pea harvester, we will select that. We will create a job. And this is going over here to 13, I think. Easiest place to get it started is probably that corner there. So we'll start that there and start job. And so that's on its way now. And then we've got this tractor over here. We'll get this started. I think this is 36 this is going to. It's not flashing on here. Oh, I want to grab the weight first. I think that's very important with this. Sometimes it takes a while for those harvesters to get going. That one is interestingly just sitting there at the moment, but it will... we've got... yeah, it's just working its way out. So we'll hook this up. Yeah, the hired workers sometimes pause for a bit, have a good think, and then head off again. This one onto here. And my hope very much is we can continue picking all of this, all of these contracts up and making money on the side. And so this one is off to 43, which is up here. So let's set that up on this top corner. We had success with that previously, and start job. Yeah, and that one's off as well. Right, last thing we need to do is send this tractor up to sit at the corner of the field with the harvester. And then when the harvester gets full, we'll just need to go and empty it. In the meanwhile, we'll head back to the farm. We've got a few more bits to sell, and we're going to need to get our field watered as well. So let's just put this on this corner there. And that's heading off as well. Next, I got a few pallets of mushrooms that we need to get done. So we're going to stack these two, the enoki on top of each other. Got a truck coming in. Right. Yeah, I know. I'm in your way. Let's get out of your way then. With any luck, you'll keep moving. No, you're just going to keep getting in my way. Plenty of space for him to drive past, but he's just going to sit there and beep at me instead. While I try and get these on the front of here. That's got it. Right. Let's just back this up and get on the correct side of the road, and then he might not keep beeping at me. Yeah, there we go. Clear those out the way. And then we should have enough space to just reverse around here and get this third pallet. The quicker I can get all of these pallets over to my kiosk, the better. So we'll grab that. And yeah, so if we can get 40,000 off these contracts, that should mean that we can get sort of 10,000 off what we're selling here and get another 50,000 paid off today, which would be absolutely brilliant. And of course, we'll get some more peas in to get some more stuff going through the factory. And that is going to be the key to this. We are 100, I think we've paid off 140,000 so far. We really want to get this loan cleared in the next year. And it's going to be, the key to that is absolutely going to be to just keeping that money coming in, keeping those contracts going in the background while we make money on the main farm here, and occasionally just heading out and doing the odd contract ourselves. It was bottled goat's milk that I had from the dairy, so we can get some of that in as well and drop that off. Like that down there. That's 4,265. That's amazing. And I think my tractor and trailer has arrived at the field. That's why we've got a completed task there. I just want to head over here and check on the goats. I think we have a full pallet of goat's milk, which we do. So let's do that. Been around. We're gonna need some more grass for them soon, but getting a single grass bale is not expensive. It's quite easy to keep the goats, actually. I'm very pleased with how well they run. They are a really great addition to us on here. I haven't tried water buffalo yet. We might try that on whatever my next series is, but the goats are definitely a cracking addition to Farming Simulator. And this can go into our dairy and create us some more goat's milk. Seeing as we're doing the bottled goat's milk on here. There we go. That is all done and dusted. So now I just need to check on the water levels of everything. I think we're fairly good. The water levels for our goats are not too bad. We'll need to fill them up in not too distant future. The production chains, the greenhouses, they're fine. They are fine. And that's fine. So that's all good. Preserved food factory, the kimchi's going through nicely. We're creating Napa cabbage all the time to refill this. So that's good. Red beet is almost out, but that will be harvesting soon. So we can get some of that done. Spinach, we've got the spinach from last time that's going through. And hopefully we're going to get the canned peas going again once we've completed this contract. Just checking on my contract progress. So this tractor is doing absolutely fine. It's up at the field and ploughing away. Harvester is up at the field and harvesting peas as well. It's almost full actually, so we want to get this emptied fairly soon. So while I'm waiting for that, we're going to grab another contract. Field 41 is not too far from us actually. We can keep an eye on things. So let's borrow the items for that contract. And then I'm going to jump into this tractor and trailer over here, because our pea harvester is almost full. We want to go and make sure that that keeps running as well as possible. Got all its lights flashing and everything, so might as well try and get it emptied. Can't see how full it is at any point. Oh yeah, we can. There is a little bit of a window there. It's not going to go too much further without needing to be emptied. And I think a lot of our stuff today is going to be just keeping an eye on that and making sure that we keep this pea harvester running as well as we possibly can. We'll jump in this Massey Ferguson. This is a very red setup here. And this is field 42. No, field 41. So yeah, that's out to the left here. And we should be able to just speed around that field and get these bales made without any kind of issue. Baling contracts seem to be really simple, really well paying contracts in Farming Simulator 25. I'm very, very pleased with how easy they are to do. And I think what we might do is maybe just get this one time lapsed. So we'll turn this on, drop this down, and away we go. Coming up to the last couple of rows here, and the pea harvester is full again. I kind of wish this AI worker message that appears when the harvester is full for an AI worker that stayed up. That would be really useful. Instead, you can see there it appeared and then disappeared really quickly. But this job here is done, so we're just going to fold this up and then complete it. And so that is this contract here. We'll collect on that. We'll set up the next one, which is going to be some bale wrapping. So we will accept that with borrowing the items, yes. And that's right up near the shop. In fact, we've done that contract before. Meanwhile, we need to go and find our harvester, which is around the other side of the field here. And we're up to 41% full on this trailer, so this will get us close to 60. There we are. That is that emptied. So hopefully now we can go and wrap bales, although I think we'll probably end up coming back to this field to empty that again in the middle of doing this. And we get to play with this little Lindner again. We had this last time we did this field. We went round, I think we did a time lapse on that last time, so I'm not going to do that this time. We are dealing with square bales rather than round bales this time by the looks of things, which will be much easier to handle. So we'll head up here and we will get this unfolded. So like that. Line ourselves up and yeah. We just got a few bales to get wrapped and then we'll be able to head back. I think we're going to have to empty the pea harvester out as we go, as said. But this should be another quick, easy job to get done. Despite the fact that bale work doesn't quite pay as much as it did in FS22, it's still a pretty high paying set of contracts. 10,000, nearly 10,000 for this, nearly 10,000 for the baling contract that we just did. Both of those are paying really, really well, and cultivating contracts similarly are paying really well with the larger fields that we have on here. I definitely think that they are worth keeping an eye out for, these baling contracts. They complete fairly quickly and can make you a lot of money. The harvester is full again, and I missed the alert for it. I missed that the harvester was getting near full. It is slightly annoying. I really could do with some sort of indicator as to how full the harvester is, because it is just sitting here. It's going to make it very difficult to get this field finished in time, I think, without sort of knowing exactly when the harvester is full or getting near full. I mean, it does come up and there is that message, but it doesn't stay very long, and I wish it was there all the time. It's just at the moment quite difficult to follow as to whether this harvester is full or whether it is actually continuing to move, because it does end up just sitting there without us knowing that it needs to work and needs to move on. One more bale to go, I think. We're at 95%, so yeah, one more bale to get. Let's see if we can get this without too much issue. Yeah, there we are. I don't think we're actually going to get this out of this little area here, but that's not a problem because this should complete everything. Let's see. Has that got it? Yep, that contract is finished. So let's get that collected. Another 8,063. So collect that. Yes. And what have we got? We've got a cultivating contract. In fact, if we set a cultivating contract going off, oh wow, there's a big ploughing contract as well. So I think I'm going to set this cultivating contract going in 36, and we'll go and babysit the peas as we've had trouble with them. So we will borrow that. Yes, we'll jump into this then and get this going. This is straight across the road in field 36. And quite like this little John Deere. I say little. This is not a little tractor by any stretch of the imagination. Hook this up. We do want to get that other ploughing contract going. I don't know if it will. That would complete today, though. That's quite a big one. This here, though, nice big cultivator. Should have no issue getting this field done. And while this is going, I'm going to go and babysit the harvesting of the peas, because that is falling behind. Our pea harvester is nearly full again. seems to be cutting in on a row, which is slightly odd. Just, you know, trying to make us drive over more of the crop. But if we come alongside here, we can empty this and then keep it going. Meanwhile, we're going to be actually going and tipping this time. So we'll go and do that and get this out of the way. Yeah, it's going to be an interesting... it's going to be an interesting challenge, I think. Try and get as many peas off this field as we can. I might actually bring my own tractor and trailer down and see if we can spread things out a little bit. So let's see how much this delivers. Tip this in here, and this will give us an estimate 34. Okay, so 3 trailers in total is all we need to get off this pea field. That will be more than enough to do it. Whether we get, well, we should get 3 full trailers off here. I don't think we'll need 3 full trailers to complete it. 34% suggests a little bit over a third. So we'll want to hold on to a little bit on the end here and maybe get the harvester to fill up as much as possible before we deliver that 3rd trailer. One thing I need to check while all of our contracts are going on is that whether we need to water this rice anymore. So we'll head over to field 27 here and see if this needs flooding one more time. Sometimes in the final stage it doesn't. So yeah, our rice is good. Our water level doesn't need changing. So yeah, if you're making rice, the final stage just doesn't seem to need watering. Sitting there watching the pea harvester just going up and down was getting fairly boring, and I really wanted to take action and do things. So I'm now driving this myself. I'll work my way through, and it means I have a closer eye on the pea harvester. The other 2 contracts are trundling along. They're at nearly 60% each. No, in fact, they're at 57% and 36%. We're at nearly 60% with this. So it's just going to be a case of continuing on and getting the rest of these peas harvested. Getting close to a full tank again on this harvester, and this one will fill up our 2nd trailer, I think. So we'll get to that point there. I'm going to actually reactivate the AI worker. Okay. And yeah, we're at 79% on this trailer. So we are going to be fractionally short of a full trailer on this, I think. We might see if we can just top things up a little bit with the rest of this row. But very happy with this. This is going well. The ploughing contract has overtaken us. The cultivating contract is about to overtake us. So this seems to be a contract that takes a lot longer. And so let's put the hired worker on this. And we can then jump back in the tractor and trailer. We are 99% full. And I don't know where that hired worker is off to. But we'll clean up whatever mess that's going to make later, while we go and get this tipped. So this was fractionally short of a full trailer, 69% transported. Oh, that's really good. I don't think the rest of this field then is going to result in a full trailer, because I think there's going to be like maybe 2,000-3,000 liters of peas left over for us. And as a result, if that's the case, yeah, the next trailer is not going to be a full one. Contract has completed on field 43, so we'll go and sort that out in a moment. In the meantime, we're just going to get our harvester emptied again. We are 2 loads out of 5 on here to fill this trailer, and we've only got this section of the field left. So let's empty that out. And yeah, this has finished. This won't be able to plow anymore. So we'll stop the hired worker on that. And we will collect on that contract. So that's 10,027 on that. I don't think there's any contracts we can get done in the time we have left today that would really make a difference. I really hope this ploughing contract on field 9 is available next day, because if it is, then we will be able to just set that going in the background while we harvest our rice. And this contract here, not sure what this is doing. It's just kind of sitting here. Let's deactivate it and reactivate it. Yeah, and see if that will continue on then. It might reposition itself, but we need this to be finished off in order to actually make the money to pay off as much of the loan as we want to today. Contract has finished on the cultivating. So rather than going over there, we're just going to complete it and collect on that. 7,645 on that one. And we're still shy of the 50,000 that I want. So yeah, we are going to have to complete this pea harvest. And once that's done, we will have enough to pay off as much of the loan as we want to get paid today. This has definitely been our longest contract today, and I did not expect us to have another full trailer off here, but we are 93% full, 94% full. There's still at least 2 rows to go, and we're going to be full before the end of this row. So yeah, we're going to have more than a full trailer, which is fantastic news. But I do not want to go and empty this trailer before we've harvested the rest of this field, because obviously we will lose whatever peas are on here for us. So let's just empty this out. And I could actually go and get my own traction trailer, but that would take time. So we're going to send this traction trailer off to the sell point, which is over here. So we'll just park it in front. Coming to the end of the last row here, and we have 2,300 liters. I think we might even break 2,500 liters by the end of this. And that is everything harvested on this field, I think. We will just check that. So growth, yep, there is nothing left to be harvested on there, bar 2 tiny specks behind us. There we go, contract is done. We overfilled by about 300, but we've kept 6,247 liters in the trailer, and it's going to be nearly 9,000 liters apiece. That's an absolutely fantastic result from this. And we're back up to our farm. Tip this in here. Oh, we've already got our next pallet of output from our factory, which is brilliant. Main focus next time is going to be that rice harvest. Let's pop into here. We'll turn on the canned peas. Now that we have some peas in here, 8,766 liters. Yeah, so all good. I think everything's turned on that we can do. Perfect. Right. So that is that contract finished. Let's collect on that 9,370. So collect on that. And there we go. 54,000 in total. I now want to head to my finances. We will repay another 50,000. There we go. And we're down to 310,000 on the loan. That loan is dropping fast now. And speaking of now, that is where we're going to leave it, because we've done everything we can do today. So all that remains is for me to say thank you for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Please leave a like, drop us a comment, and give it a share. Special thanks to all my patrons and channel members. Your support is invaluable in making these videos and helping the channel to grow. For more from Virtual Farmer, check out the links below, follow on Twitch to watch live, and for more videos, subscribe and ring that bell. I will see you next time. Goodbye.